Okay, for those of you that hung in there, I hope you're back. Okay, I should be in the right place right now. I'll give it a second. Welcome. I want to talk for a minute about the power of this group, which is really the power of community. Hopefully you guys will jump right back in. Much more, there we go. Hi, Jeannie. Much more powerful doing Facebook, by the way, on my iPhone 8. It must be the 8 than doing it on my laptop, no matter how good my laptop is. It is definitely more powerful. So, hey gang, thank you and welcome. So one of the things that I really want to impress upon everybody is that, thank you Sharon, is that the more you participate in this group, and we call it Living Out Loud, and I mentioned it in one of the other Facebook Lives a couple of days ago, that I gave up caffeine, which was a huge, crazy big deal for me. Alyssa, if you can Sharon D, can anybody hear me? Shoot me a thumbs up. Alyssa, try raising your volume. It should be clear. Just let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Can you hear me? So we talk a lot about how I don't even know what possessed me to make that announcement on Facebook. Thanks, Jeannie. I made an announcement on Facebook on... it was May 11th that I decided to give up caffeine for a multitude of reasons. We'll go into it another time. I've given up, for the most part, a lot of coffee, but I went live on Facebook. That was my choice, and I know that it helped me every single day. The power of community helped me. A lot of people asking me about it. I'm going to do another Facebook Live this year on May 11th because I still can't believe I pulled that off. Anyway, so the point of my telling you that story again is to encourage you to post. And I've chosen this group as a really super safe place for posting because it's just us and we're all on the same journey. And I have to approve everybody into the group, which, by the way, feel free to invite your family, your friends, those you love and care about. It's a really safe place. So far we're doing baby steps in journaling, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about tonight because for most of us, that can really be our superpower. And journaling is so powerful that even like today, literally, I've been running and on the move from early in the morning till about now when I said, I really want to come on live. Journaling can be your superpower, but it's to the point where even this morning, I just couldn't even find the 5 seconds. But I still think it. And it's amazing. It's just amazing that I still think through because it's such a habit for me. You would think if it's such a habit, I could find the 3 minutes it takes me to type into my grid diary. But bottom line is I still think through all those things and it does help me throughout the day. Okay, so we talked about water and I got the most amazing messages, some of them private, which I love, but I love them better when they're in the thread in the post of the day or I guess under this live. So we talked about planning your water and it does take work. And once that planning of it becomes a habit, I mean, I got pictures of empty water bottles today. I got pictures of ounces, people letting me know how many ounces they had, people telling me how many times they've been to the bathroom. We got all that going on, but try to post within the group because it really does inspire and encourage others. So today I want to talk about journaling. I'm going to be pretty quick because I am leaving my company, Optavia, is having a leadership conference tomorrow, this week, and I do leave tomorrow afternoon to Orlando. So hopefully tomorrow night I will be connecting with you from, I think, the Marriott at SeaWorld, the Renaissance Orlando at SeaWorld. I don't know. You'll find out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be connecting with you from there or from one of the airports. But when we talk about journaling, it can be super simple. It can be a Post-it note. It can be an actual diary, an actual beautiful journal that you enjoy writing in. And neuroscientists have proven that handwriting, longhand, is more beneficial than typing. But know thyself, and I know that I won't type. I won't write. I will type, and I will use my phone either as I'm getting up or as I'm going to bed most days. So a couple things that I've mentioned, and you've seen it. It's check down the feed. I use an app called Grid Diary because I paid for it because I like the option of typing on the computer, but I modeled my Grid Diary after something called 5-Minute Journal. I encourage you to check it out. And what's the point? The point of journaling is two things. One, in the morning, it's setting your intention for the day. And let me know if you're here and you could still see me. I see people popping in, but just a thumbs up will be kind of cool. I know that when we set our intention for the day and we reflect on our why every single day, it makes a very big difference. We're going to get to timers and more frequently checking on our why in a day or two. But for now, setting that intention, and I encourage you to, my why, write that down every day. Thanks for the thumbs up, Jeannie. Write that why down every single day. Like I said, write it on a Post-it. Take a picture of it. Keep it on your home screen. Throw it in a folder. Keep it in a journal that you check often. If you are in your car all day, put it on a Post-it in your car. If you're at your desk, put it on a piece of paper. You always want that in front of you, no matter what you do. And then you want to also talk about, hey, everyone who's joining in, you want to talk about what I'm grateful for. And that's a very big piece of Happiness Journal and a very big piece of what I do in my Grid Diary. And you'll see a lot of conversation about that from the veterans of gratitude journaling. So far we're talking about my why, what really, really matters. We're talking about what am I grateful for? And then think about what would make today great. Not a bad thing to think about in the morning. The other thing that I add, because it's kind of a happy place for me, I do write down my weight and how many hours I slept. I know how many hours I slept pretty much because I wear Fitbit, and I know how many hours I slept because I really do try. I shoot for 7. Most nights I get a good 6.5. I'm still working on sleep. We'll talk about that later. And then in the evening, talk about reflecting back on how your day went. And it's about reflecting and celebrating. Because when we celebrate what went well, that's more neurohacking. And that's what we're looking for, neurohacking. So when we're celebrating what went well, think about it. What went well today? One of the things that Happiness Journal has you doing is list 3 amazing things that happened today. How could I have made today even better? Did I move? Did I exercise? Did I get my water? Anything that you can reflect on and give yourself a win, a pat on the back, a smiley face, a thumbs up. Bonnie's got a thumbs up going on here. But anything that you can reflect on at the end of the day, folks, this is neurohacking. This is brain hacking. There's a really, I'm trying to think of his name, Marshall Goldsmith, I believe is his name. He lives on a spreadsheet. Now, that to me is a little excessive, but he's also super, 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 super successful. So every single thing that he created a habit around, he has a spreadsheet and he does a lot of checking. So I guess that's another way to do it. But I'm into like a simple checklist, simple journaling, and I know that if you focus on the baby steps, you focus on accountability, another word on accountability, right here in this group. Everybody in this group is connected to a coach. If you're not, I'm your coach. If you are not already connected to a health coach that I'm working with, then I am your health coach. And that's my commitment to you for this month. I will coach you on all the things that we talk about. Later on, we'll be talking more about sleep, more about activity, more about actual how to meal plan. We're going to get it all in. It's coming. But for now, try to drink your water. Hi, Mindy. So glad you're here. 70 to 100 ounces of water a day for most people. I shoot for like between 80 and 100, and I get it most days. I did post a picture of how I pre-measure my water. Otherwise, I don't think I would get it in. And there were a couple of days during Passover when I didn't have my usual bottles where they didn't all get in as easily. And I was kind of, instead of front loading, I was back loading on the end of the day. But you really want to focus on setting your intentions, focusing on your why, and celebrating your wins at the end of the day. Can't say it enough. So for those of you that are on live, let me know how much water you drank today. And for those of you that are catching this on recording, try to join us live. It's kind of just the way my schedule goes every day. I am in live different times. It'll get more consistent possibly after my trip, which is this week, tomorrow, and I come back on Sunday. And yeah, my kids are still in from Israel, and it kind of worked out that way. But I have the freedom and flexibility to bring them in, and it's because I go to these conferences so that I can coach people better that lets me have the life that I have right now. So again, let's just review. Water, journal, baby steps. We're talking baby steps. Accountability to the group. Post below. Alyssa, 232 ounces so far. Yay. Accountability to use our group. Sharon's on 96. Jeannie, 80. Oh, wow. And Jeannie and I had a little rendezvous in a cool store today with my grandkids. I can almost guarantee that if you want to get it in, Bonnie, 10 cups, hooray. If you want to get the water in, you do have to plan it. Now, as you get better at eating 6 times a day, which we're going to talk about, and you're getting a lot of pre-tips, we're going to give you some really big tricks to how to get your water in at each of those meals so that it's divided out throughout the day and it all gets in pretty easily. So with that, if you have any questions, drop them in. I am seeing the chat now. Yeah, definitely Facebook Live, way more powerful on my iPhone than my MacBook. I think it's just how it's designed. So I'm going to be doing that from here. Okay, so who's up for tomorrow? Ready to, wake up, start your day with a smile, gratitude, glass of water. Check in here with us. Let us know how you're doing. And I will speak to you if I am relaxed and there's time at the airport. I'll talk to you from JFK. Otherwise, I'll talk to you from Orlando. Thank you for your travel wishes. And please use this page, Live Out Loud here. When you're ready, go on your private wall, your actual Facebook wall, and share with your family and friends. And guys, don't keep this group a secret. I opened it up because you know what? We know that everybody are more successful when we hang out with people who are living the way we want to live. So one of the things that, you've heard the phrase, you are most like the 5 people you hang out with the most. Well, hang out here and we're all working on our health together. So invite your family and friends, just add them to the group and send me a private message that you're adding them and who they are, and I will approve. In addition, again, if I am your coach, make sure that we connect and make sure that you do that well-being evaluation. Later on, we're going to talk about prizes, and I'm excited to be working with all of you. Again, this week's travel week, so I will get heavy into my conference starting on Thursday. I'll try to come in live, even if it's only for a few minutes, but I will come back from Orlando even more prepared to help you all even better. So with that, have a great night. If you tuned in late, the recording is going to be posted in a couple of minutes, and I wish you all well. Bye-bye.